Welcome to The Explainer. There's this one huge, kind of scary question every student gets asked. And today, we're going to tackle it. We're turning that overwhelming feeling into an actual adventure. We've got this great guide on career research made just for college freshmen, and we're going to use it to lay out a real, clear path forward. So, you've just started college, right? Maybe you haven't even unpacked all your boxes, and bam, everyone's asking, so what are you going to do for the rest of your life? Yeah, I get it. The pressure is just intense. It feels like you need to have it all figured out before you even know where the library is. But here's the big secret. This is not a test. There's no grade. Think of this whole thing less like a final exam and more like an expedition, a mission to explore what's out there. And this explainer? Well, consider this your guide for the journey. Okay, let's dive in. Every great exploration starts in the same place, figuring out where you are right now. So before you start looking at a map of career options, you've got to understand your own internal compass. This first part is all about looking inward. Okay, so the guide we're looking at is super clear on this. Before you even think about typing cool jobs into Google, you've got to look inward first. Seriously, ask yourself, what do you do where you totally lose track of time? What are you just naturally good at without even trying? What's the stuff that actually makes you want to get out of bed in the morning? And hey, are you a lone wolf or do you work better in a pack? Getting real with yourself on these questions, that's the bedrock for, well, everything else. Right. Once you've got a decent read on your inner compass, it's time to gather some intelligence. Now we shift from looking inward to looking outward. This is the detective phase, where you use all the tools you can find to see what the world of work is really like. Your first port of call is, of course, the internet. And there are some amazing resources out there. You've got government sites like ONET and Career One Stop, which are basically encyclopedias for jobs. They tell you what people actually do all day. Then you can hop over to job boards like Indeed or Glassdoor to see what real-world employers are looking for right now. And for the nitty-gritty numbers on salary and growth, the Bureau of Labor Statistics is your go-to. It's all about getting the what, the how, and the how much. But, as great as all that data is, it can't tell you the whole story. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. Numbers can't tell you what a job feels like. To get that, you've got to go beyond the screen. You need to talk to actual humans. And this is where something called an informational interview comes into play. I know it sounds super formal, but it's really not. It's not a job interview where you're on the hot seat. It's just a chat, a smart, strategic chat. You ask a few simple questions, and in return, you get information that is just priceless. This is how you find out what a job is really like, beyond the slick job description. You learn about the stuff they don't teach you in class, the skills that actually matter on the ground. It's like getting a secret map from someone who's already been there.
Okay, so you've done the self-reflection. You've gathered the intel online and from real people. So what's next? Well, now it's time to actually get your hands dirty. Let's move this from theory to practice. It's time to test drive your future.
And there are a couple of great ways to do this. First, you've got job shadowing. Think of it like getting an all-access pass for a day. It's low commitment, but you get a real, unfiltered look at the day-to-day. Then there are internships. This is where you actually get in the driver's seat. It's a bigger commitment, sure, but you're not just watching, you're doing. You're learning real skills and actually contributing. And hey, experience isn't just about official internships. You've got to think bigger. That part-time job you have, the campus club you're running, that volunteer work you do on weekends, these are all mini experiments. Each one helps you build skills, test out what you like, and see what kind of environment you thrive in. It's all part of the test drive. All right, let's bring it all home. This is the final and, honestly, the most important part of the mission. You've got all this great information from inside your own head, from the internet, from talking to people, and from real-world experiences. So how do you turn this giant pile of intel into a real, actionable plan? So how do we make sense of it all? You follow a really simple, logical process. Step 1, lay it all out. All your notes, all your thoughts. Step 2, hold those potential careers up against that inner compass we talked about. Do they actually line up with who you are? Step 3, get focused. Narrow down that long list to just a few top contenders. And finally, this is the most important part. For each one of those top contenders, figure out one simple, concrete next step you can take. So when you look at it this way, a dream career isn't something you just magically find one day, right? It's not like finding a winning lottery ticket. No, it's something you actually build. You design it, you test it, you build it brick by brick. It's an act of creation, and you're the architect. So I'll leave you with this. What's the first brick you're gonna lay today? Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.